This is a Saberforge Shadow Hunter lightsaber. It is a custom thin neck saber by the company Saberforge, and this has been discontinued, you guys. So Saberforge discontinued this Hilt Design in 2019. So probably the most kind of prominent feature in this Hilt Design is the saucer section, as I like to call it, at the top. So there's this really kind of flared out emitter section. It has a bit of an Old Republic style lightsaber vibe to it. And this is a thin neck saber, so this does accommodate kind of one of those specialized thin neck blades. So keep that in mind. Now there's kind of a recessed area in the top, and we have these circular cutouts in there. And the version of the hilt that I have is the weathered version. So Saberforge also had a standard version and an all black version. So this weathered version is, mostly black. It has this almost kind of tarnished look to it. As you can see, you see these different kind of metal, silver elements popping out of different kind of grooves and such. So that's always one of the neat things about the weathered lightsabers, the Saberforge style of weathering. Now this saucer section, it almost has these little, it's like a spreadsheet almost. So we've got these horizontal grooves and then these shorter vertical grooves around the section. And then there are these two blade retention screw holes. So I'm not sure if that's standard or if that's the specific hilt that I have for some reason has two. There's the thin neck below that. Got a few additional grooves there, and some thinner horizontal grooves in the section below the thin neck area. Here's the switch section, and it's looks like it's one of the most narrow, or kind of the narrow parts of the hilt, and it's got those two switch holes there. Now, one interesting thing about this grip section, well, first of all, there's kind of two parts to it. So we have this section here where there's this kind of cutout area, and then below it is some grooves. And then on the other side, there's just this one kind of oval groove, around this section. So the switch holes in the version that I have here, they kind of bisect these two different areas, and I've seen some older Saberforge stock photos where the saber hilt, the switch holes and the grip section are kind of situated in this manner. But I've also seen some other versions of this hilt where, like, this part of the grip section, this sort of shroud area, aligns with the switch holes. So there are maybe a few different options there, but I have seen both. Now finally we get to the pommel, and the pommel has some complementary design elements to the emitter section, that sort of saucer section. It's got these kind of grooves, these vertical grooves that complement the vertical grooves in the emitter, and it also has this kind of tapered end to it that complements kind of the shape of the emitter section as well. So it's pretty neat hilt, you guys. It is discontinued, but it has this kind of Old Republic kind of flair to it. So here it is. This is a Saberforge Shadow Hunter lightsaber hilt.